So this is how this tier list is gonna work. I have ranking from S to C, and I have a tier to show you guys who my personal biases are. But this doesn't mean that this tier is above the S tier. I'll tell individually for all my biases where I would put them from S to C. And unfortunately, there are almost 100 talented girls fit in a span of 4 episodes, so it's hard to remember them all. So this tier is for girls who either didn't left an impression on me that much or didn't get enough screen time to be able to do so. Again, this tier doesn't mean that they are lower than the C tier necessarily. Also, I won't be ranking the girls only based on their talent. I'll use what little we have seen yet about their personalities as a big factor too. Also, please forgive the bad pronunciation of our girls' names. Let's begin. And Jungmin, she's very talented and killed it during the Black Mamba performance obviously. She also did very well in Mic Drop but not as much as Black Mamba. I'll put her an A+. And Orinka, she was very good in Go Go Baby but not the best necessary. Her performance in How You Like That was so energetic, but like I mentioned in my previous video, her expressions were too angry to me lol. It's not bad necessarily but I just felt like pointing it out. I don't think she's good enough for A yet in my opinion, so I'll put her in B+. Arira Sako, I don't remember her, I'm so sorry. Arata Kerinka, both her performances till now were okay, not very memorable. I don't have much to say about her. I'll put her in C. Chaibing, so in the demo stages, she was obviously praised very highly, and I liked her performance in Helicopter too, but I didn't feel that spark yet. However, in the second episode I actually fell in love with her, seeing how gentle she is and how much she improved and worked on after a bad review. It's a shame that she made a big mistake during the stage, but it was a silly mistake sort of, and not one which would make you doubt her talent. She absolutely killed it with her rap. I'll place her an A-. Changqing, I really liked her in Helicopter. In fact, she was one of the members in it that caught my eye. During the 5th season she was good too, but nothing memorable. I feel like we haven't seen enough of her yet. For now I'll put her in B-. Chen Zuling, I know she's a good dancer because her Cells Connect word was about dancing, but so far I haven't felt anything different or outstanding from her. Her performances were good though but not memorable, which can also just be Mnet's fault for giving less screen time, but in any case, she goes in B- for me. Chen Xinwei, she's a cutie alright. I think everyone will forever remember her accidentally calling Yojingu ugly, which was hilarious. Performance wise she is not the strongest, although I did sense some improvement from the demo stage to the Connect mission. I'll put her in B- as well. Chia Yi, we all know she was great in Helicopter and became a top 9 candidate as well. Yes or Yes was also good but nothing special. She's talented but I feel like she can show us more. B+. Cho Ha-yoon, she's kind of an underrated contestant. On the surface Mnet made it look like the Mr. Chu performance was horrible, but after watching it carefully, vocal wise only one member was lacking. Others did fairly well, and she was one of them. In fact, I really loved this falsetto-like note from her. She definitely needs more stage presence though. I'll put her in B-. Choi Hye-rin, sorry I don't remember enough about you. Choi Yi-young, this girl stole my heart during the demo. Her ad-libs during the chorus were so cool. How did she pull those off while dancing? Also this note. And of course she was amazing during Fiesta 2. S tier easily just because of her vocals alone. Choi Yujin, if you've seen my tier ranking of the demo stages, you already know how much I love her and that all this love is newly formed because I didn't follow CLC prior to this show. She's talented, she's cute, I love her personality. She also got some funny moments where she said order of performance doesn't matter, but also was telling her team that we can't perform last. LMAO, she's my bias for sure. And if I had to place her in the other tiers, she would definitely go to S. Chui Mishu, I don't remember you enough, I'm so sorry. Ezuki Hikaru. Next up is the star contestant. I don't need to explain here. She truly deserves to be at number 1 rank in J group. I love how she explained that she wasn't born with her skills and worked really hard to be where she is at today, and her response to getting the first rank in J group was just heartwarming. She knew how good she was but still got surprised for real and cried, and it just shows how despite knowing her place, she is still truly humble at heart. In my previous video I mentioned that I wanted to see her sing also like the other aces, and she came through in the Eve with vocals. It's clear that she can do it all and do it best. She's my bias for sure, and if she wasn't, I'd put her in S+++. Fu Yaning. I had been waiting to give my hot take on her, lol. First things first, Girl is talented for sure. If I were placing her only on the basis of talents I would definitely go for A, but I'm trying to include everyone's personality and attitude wherever possible. And hers is in big question here. The first notorious incident obviously being her saying we go up but you don't to Eugen. Now I can be reasonable and listen to people saying that it was all in good fun, and no one in the show took it as an actual insult, which is true. I still feel it was a little too cocky, especially saying that you'll do it better than the original singers when the said singer is sitting right there. But even keeping this incident aside, I have a few instances where I found her personality not to my liking. For example, when she was receiving criticism and she was slightly raising her eyebrows almost in disbelief and in a way that demanded more explanation from the judge to the point that it scared the judge. LOL. Also this moment when she commented this.
可爱了，而且个头也很小，就是看我没觉得有就是能跟我同一个 level 这种感觉。
And finally during episode 3 where she said that one of the reasons she thinks she should be the leader is because of her age. I don't agree with that at all, and by saying that she already established to all the younger members in her group that they need to follow her simply because of age hierarchy. So, for all these reasons, instead of A, I'll put her in B- tier. Fujimoto Eka. Next girl, I apologize again for not remembering enough to judge appropriately. Guijo. I liked her Maria performance, but I remember thinking that she had only one expression and said that she may have difficulty pulling off other concepts, but boy was I wrong because her cuteness in Pretty You was next level, and even the rap and overall performance was just so eye-catching. The Pretty You performance definitely made her climb up the list. I'll put her an A-. Gin Maya. Oh my baby, I love her. I've seen people noticing her more after the Pretty You performance, which is obvious cause she was like the star of that performance, but I had her in my heart since the demo stage. She aced that performance too. The way she energetically started the performance set the whole mood and her expressions were top notch. She was stable. She's really a star already. I kinda want to put her in A+ lol, but I think other people in that tier will be more skilled and trained. So let's go with A-. Next two girls I can't recall, which are Hamdana and Hayase Hana. Next is Hayashi Fuko. I couldn't recall her much either, but she was amazing in the 5th season. Maybe one of the strongest performers in that team. Because of that I'll put her in B+. Huning Bahi. Alright, another hot take coming. Let me be honest and come clear here. I am very biased towards her. TXT is my ultimate bias group, so it's hard not to be biased. But I'm going to be fair in my judgment. Talent-wise she obviously has a lot and I can see her potential. I was shook by her vocals in the introduction video and had high hopes.
I need to be.
But it was not memorable, and I felt since the Signal song cam that she needed more expressions. But boy did she catch my eye in Fiesta. I'm not being biased when I say that she performed the best in the group. Her vocals were so amazing. And she came through with the expressions. Look at this part. I'm even going to dare to say she did this specific line better than Mashiro. Also look at how she comforted Miyu when she was receiving feedback on her failed high note. And also she's literally so funny and has a unique personality. And she gives a different, more carefree vibe sometimes while not trying to be cute and being herself. So obviously she's going in my bias list. But if she wasn't, I would put her in B+ at the least. Hiajo Nagomi. She is so underrated. She's vocally one of the most stable ones as we saw in the demo stage, but she didn't get to shine that much in Fiesta. Her dance was better in the demo stage than Fiesta, but I know she has it in her. I'll put her an A-. Host Zetching. Okay, so her performance was not vocally good in Dolphin, but can I say I just love these little ad-libs by her. They added so much to an otherwise dull performance. She also did good enough in 5th season, but I know she has a long way to go. I'll put her in B-. Shuninzu. Okay, so she was pretty bad in Dolphin, and kinda forgettable in Fiesta, but I feel like she's a good dancer. I'll put her in C. Huangshin Chao. She is such a gem. I'm glad that she got picked by her during the cellmate selection. I love her voice. I've been saying this since my first video, and we all know how well she did in Fiesta by working hard after getting criticized. I would put her in A+, but I noticed that she missed some steps in Rumor, so her dance is not that strong yet maybe. So A-. Haji 1. She is so talented, there's no news here. It's a shame that she didn't get screen time during the first 2 episodes, because she killed that performance too. And obviously she was the star in Yes or Yes. Apart from talent though, I found it kinda off-putting when her and Hiram took over the discussion of line distribution, and not only hog up the big parts, but also kept suggesting other members for the worst parts, even after admitting that no one wants to do part 8. She did easily understand and give up her vocal part when Chaehan asked her, but still it was a bit odd to watch. I was confused between A+ and S, but I think A+ is fair. EK Maruan. Her performance in Non-Stop was good in terms of dance, but she vocals suffered a lot, and she was mostly outshined by Yana, but she was amazing in Pretty You. Even though she got less lines, she was very stable in them, and I think her deep voice got justice doing these raps. Her expressions also improved significantly. I'll go with B- for her. Inabar Vivian. I know she got praised by the judges in the How You Like That performance, but when I saw her vertical fan cam, I just felt her dance wasn't up to par, and demo stage also pretty forgettable. I'll place her in C. Ito Miyu. We know this girl has potential, and even though she couldn't pull off the difficult notes in Fiesta, I commend her for stepping up to take the main vocal position in a group where everyone was reluctant, and she did give good vocals in verse 1. Given her performance and demo stage wasn't that good either, I'll put her in C as well. Jong Ji-yoon. She is so talented, it's no secret her vocals are amazing and she has amazing stage presence. S tier easily. Jongmin. I don't remember you enough, sorry. Kamikura Ray. She was so amazing in Boom Ba Ya. She wasn't initially on my mind as well as Shana and Hikaru, but she killed that performance along with them, and she did great in the Eve too. Even though she was surrounded by top candidates in both performances, she matched their level well. A+. Kamamoto Kotane. Same comments for her as the previous girl. They both slayed in Boom Ba Ya, but usually people only remember Shana and Hikaru. Also, she gave such amazing rap in Pretty You, but I don't feel like giving her A+ yet, so A- for her. Kang Yizo. She is one of my top buyers. Her dance during the crazy performance was insane, like I don't know, to me she felt like one of the best dancers in the show after that performance. It was just something different. And I know many people are not a fan of her voice, but like honestly that's just her tone. She's stable and does sing well. I absolutely love her. If I wasn't putting her in the bias tier, I would put her in S. Kano Miyu. Don't remember her, sorry. Kawaguchi Urana. She's stable. She has stage presence. Her face kind of reminds me of Momo LOL. And as many people say, she already looks like an idol. A+ tier easily. Kimbo Ra. The way she stuck up on my bias list, oh my god. I only remembered her briefly during the demo stages cause Mnet didn't focus too strongly on her, but I still loved her vocals in it. But she became my bias during episode 3 when we got to see a bit behind the scenes, and she was just so gentle and sweet and kind and uplifting leader. Also so humble when they picked her out as leader. She gave compliments and kept the mood so cheery during their practices. She gets a 100 in talent and 100 in personality. If not in bias, I would without a doubt put her in S. Kim Chae-han. She's another one of the contestants whose personality I fell in love with during the 3rd episode. I mean, she had already climbed my bias list during the 1st episode as soon as she opened her mouth in Black Mamba and spit out those vocals which gave me goosebumps. But it just solidified even more when she calmly discussed about having a fair line distribution for the other members. Also when she came in to comfort the J group members, asked them about their problems, and started the conversation about the importance of the members getting closer to each other. She's like the older sister we all need. Also her Shin-chan impression was the best. She's my unbiased tier, but I would put her in A+ if she was not. Kim Dae-yeon. I feel so bad for her, she got played my Mnet so much. The judges voluntarily not making her top 9, not even making her a candidate, that was just mean. Cause they admitted it later that they knew she was a top 9 member but didn't give it to her for no reason. And Mnet has been giving her a bit of evil editing, but please vote for her, she's talented. Her rap is amazing. I don't know if she can sing or not, we haven't gotten to see that yet. And she did make a big mistake in the choreo here, even if it was due to another member. Because of these 2 reasons for now I'm placing her in A+ instead of S. Kim Dua. I already spoke a bit about this in my previous video where I ranked all the Connect mission performances, but I have a very unpopular opinion here, which is that she's a bit overhyped. I agree that she has a lot of talent, but I haven't seen her performances from Produce 48, and so far in this show she hasn't sparked that wow thing for me like some of the other girls. But I already love her personality a lot based on that incident where she was being so fair in line distribution and gave up on big vocal parts because she already got the killing part. I respect that so much about her, but because of the earlier reasons, I'll put her in A- instead of S. Kim Hye-rim. I love her vocals the most out of all the contestants, especially in the demo stage performance. Those ad-libs were next level, and I can't begin to explain how cute she was in the Yes or Yes performance. But again, as I mentioned earlier, I didn't like how she was suggesting other members for the worst part with G1. So, A+ tier. Kim Sen. She is so young but so talented. Her main area is definitely vocal and they are amazing. She's so loud and clear. but as I mentioned earlier, her expressions need a lot of work I think. And then we saw in episode 3 how she needs to work on her discipline. Her vocal ability does really pull her up though. I'll give her a B+. Kim Soo-yeon. I love how she's so multi-talented and does so many things apart from dance, rap and vocal, like playing instruments, producing and composing. I do feel that in the demo stage she did not do better than the other two. At max she did as good as them, and I really didn't agree with the other two not getting top 9 candidate sticker. But nonetheless she's still very talented and she proved it again at the Eve performance, despite having a small part. I'll place her an A+. Kim Yi-yoon. She was very weak in the demo stage and probably dragged down the team a bit, but she showed improvement in Pretty You, even if she wasn't particularly eye-catching. I'll put her in C. Kim Yoo-bin. I absolutely loved her in What a Man. After G1 she totally stole the show, and she served us both rap and vocals. But in the Fiesta performance she didn't stand out much, which is a shame cause we know what she can do after the demo stage. Based on the demo stage alone I would easily put her in H tier, but the second performance is giving me second thoughts. I wish they gave her more lines. I'll go with A-. Kishida Ririka. I loved her so much in Izzy Project, but didn't even recognize it was her until they mentioned it lol. I love her energy, but she didn't have the strongest vocal in Fancy but they were still decent, which she turned into perfect in the Yes or Yes performance. I really want to see her do some dark or serious concepts now. For now I'll keep her in B+. Kitajima Yuna. I don't remember her, sorry. Kubo Reina. Again I love her energy, which she literally has too much of lol, but in a good way, and her vocals are amazing. They do seem a little too loud to me sometimes, but they're still good. Her energy and dance is what I love more about her. I'll place her an A+. Kuwahira Ayana. I fell in love with her during the demo stage after the non-stop performance. She just had something about her. That concept was perfect for her maybe. She did really good on Yes or Yes too, but was maybe outshined by the other members. I'll give her a solid B+. Lee Chae-yeon. I love her smile so much. She did better in the demo stage than in Yes or Yes, but still good enough. I'll put her in B-. Lee Ha-won. She had good vocals in both her performances, but also she gave zero expressions in both, so there wasn't much improvement between the two stages. I'll put her in B-. Lee Ra-yeon. She's an amazing vocalist despite not being able to do well in the demo stage. She showed her strength in the Connect mission and she was a really good leader for her team. I also love how she faked wanting to be a leader so that her teammates don't feel burdened. It was so kind on her part. I'll put her an A-. Lee Sun-woo. Another great vocalist. She gave a good performance in both demo stage and Connect mission, and took on the difficult role of main vocal and managed to easily pull off that high note. A+ tier easily. Yeon Ja-young. She did okay in both stages. I love her expressions in particular, and even though I remember her she hasn't left a big impression on me yet. I'll put her in C. Eun-ji. I remember her from the start as the cute camera girl, because she kept noticing cameras and being excited by them. It was so cute. Her performance in Black Mamba was really good, even though I remember being more impressed by the other two in her team. She was very good too and her expressions were the best, which is probably the reason her team chose her for the killing part in Pretty You, which she didn't get to do in the end and ended up with less lines, but still did good with what she had. I'll give her A-. Liang Chukying. For me her demo stage performance wasn't good and she wasn't in my mind, but she did this one line in Yes or Yes so good that it gave me the impression that she has a lot of potential. And then I saw that she has the 3rd rank in C group, which shocked me lol. So I'll put her in B+. Lee Yi-min. She was the best out of her group in the Wannabe performance for me, and she also caught my eye in Yes or Yes. I love her smile and she's very underrated, so please notice her everyone. I'll put her in B+ as well. Liang Zhao. She is my baby and I shall protect her, and please don't eliminate her too soon. I feel like she has potential to get better. I mentioned earlier that I feel like she already dances fairly well and her expressions are on point. She just needs to work on her vocals. Her introduction video is one of my favorite ones ever. Please vote for her lol. I'll put her in B+. Don't come at me. Liang Chao. Before the Connect mission I was more impressed by her sister, but after her performance in the 5th season it may be the other way now. Even the judges praised her. Again, please don't eliminate the twins too soon cause they both have much potential. B+ as well. Lin Chen-han. Oh my god, did she shock me. I remember her demo stage and not being too impressed and almost forgetting about her. Then during the mic drop performance, I was most impressed by 2 girls, one of whom I didn't recognize, and when I realized it was her, my jaw dropped. She really did a 360 here with this performance. Her rap was so amazing and powerful. Based on the demo stage alone I may have put her in a C, but after mic drop, I'll go with B+. Lin Shu-yeon. Don't remember a lot about her performances, so here. Lu Shiki. I remembered her as the girl who did this. Lol, I don't know if it was good or not, but it was certainly impressive. She gave some good high notes in the demo stage, and then absolutely killed it in the Pretty You performance. I mean, look at this note. I'll put her an A-. Liu Yuhan. Her demo stage was okay, just very underwhelming, and mic drop was also good, but the energy was not there. I'll put her in C. Ma Yuling. Don't remember much here either. May. Another unpopular opinion here, but given that she's from Cherry Bullet and has experience, I haven't been much impressed by her yet in either of the stages. Waiting for her to prove me wrong and show us something amazing. For now. B-. Murakami Yume. I was shocked by her high rank in the fancy performance, cause even though she did good, it wasn't up to her rank and someone else obviously did much better there, but she came through in the Pretty You performance and I can now see why she had the 4th rank. B+ tier. Nagai Manami. I don't remember her in demo stage well, but she caught my eye in 5th season. She was stable. I liked her expressions, and suited the concept well. I'll put her in B-. Nakamura. Don't remember her, sorry. Nonika Shana. My cute vocal queen. Her voice is something else. She gave killer vocals in demo stage and even more killer vocal in the Eve. Her stage presence is also good and she looks like she enjoys being on stage. A+ tier. Akazuki Momoko. The only reason I know her is because of the Project 99.9% support, where she ended up as the 1st rank in J group. Her performances yet haven't really left an impression on me. I re-watched them to judge her fairly but wasn't impressed much. For me though, I'll give her a B-. Oki Fuka. Don't remember these two girls, sorry. Poon Wing-chi. Her vocals in Wannabe were pretty bad to be honest. Her performance in Fiesta was still good, even though she had almost negligible lines, but still there was improvement. However, the girls in B- tier are better, so I'll have to put her in C. Ryu Sion. I only remember her getting complimented for her visuals in 5th season lol, but not much from her performances, so. Sakamoto Mishiro. She is a queen. It's been established that she can be the most stable one. Her dance is precise and good too. I've had one thing in my mind about her since the beginning, which is that her expressions are not that expressive, and she constantly has a very cool and chill expression. I was going to say the same about Fiesta too, but then I saw her fan cam and she was better there. So I guess it just happens when it's her part and she has to sing. I don't know. They're not bad obviously, just I expected more out of her. Everything else is flawless though. I think even with my personal opinion on her expressions, she deserves to be in S tier. Sakamoto Shihona. She performed well in Go-Go Bebe, but she didn't stand out much in the Fiesta performance, despite there not being any high rank members. Her vocals are still fairly good though. I'll put her in B-. Sakurai Mew. I loved her performance more in the demo stage. She kind of went unnoticed by me in the Connect mission, but the biggest twist came for me when I was making this video and I found out that she was in Nizzy Project too. I didn't remember her by name, but when I watched her clips I remembered her instantly and I remember rooting for her there. I wonder why the show didn't mention this like they did for Erika. Anyways, she's great, but I expected more from her in the Connect mission. I'll place her in B-. So Young Yoon. She's the hidden ace of this show. I know she's not underrated, but I do feel like she's not given enough attention in accordance to her talents. She gave one of the most memorable performances in demo stage, and we already got to see a bit of her personality there and she's so bubbly and hilarious. I loved it. She already became my bias there, but then in Connect mission she gave me even more reasons for loving her by singing. She originally wanted to rap cause that is probably her stronger area, but she got vocals and no one could even tell that she's better with rap cause her vocals were that good. She's in my bias tier, but if she wasn't, I'd put her in S tier. Shin Xiaoting. Alright guys, here she is, my absolute #1 bias. She is an absolute visual queen. She is one of the best dancers. Her vocals are stable. She spits fire in her raps. She is extremely humble. She is an amazing leader without even trying. I dare you to tell me one area where she lacks. When she showed us her dance before the actual demo stage performance, I already lost my heart to her, and then they proceeded to show the montage of her being such an amazing leader to their team. Everyone had only nice things to say about her. If she doesn't debut I'll cry. I'll set their set on fire, lol, not really. Or maybe I will. Vote for her. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Of course she belongs in S tier, but can I just? Okay, that's good. Moving on. Shima Moka. I don't remember you, sorry. Sim Soon Yoon. I loved her demo stage performance. She was very different from all the other contestants. Also, this is how you can be confident without being arrogant. Take notes Fu. I love her funny and bubbly personality. In performances, her expressions were what I loved the most. But I can't ignore the fact that she began singing too early and messed up the whole song's beat. That was a big negative point for her whole team's performance. Still, her demo stage shows her talent, and if it weren't for the Connect mission, I would maybe place her higher. But for now I'll go with B+. C. Reiki. I don't know if it was her hair or outfit or just her general aura, but she looked like an idol already during the first episode before she even performed, and I was looking forward to it so much. And she totally lived up to my expectations. She gave us everything in a solo performance all alone. Dance good, vocals loud and clear, rap amazing, and she continued this trend in the Eve too. I do agree with the judges' comments about her sometimes overdoing her expressions, but that is like one of the least damaging criticism to get. She's an ace for sure and belongs in S tier. Sujumin. She caught my eye in both performances, but more so in Fiesta. Her eyes are so alluring and her vocals are amazing. I'm glad she got to shine in the Connect mission so more people know about her. I'll place her B+. Next up is the last contestant I don't remember, I swear. Terasuki Hina. Wankiru. I think she did okay in the demo stage, but I don't really remember her performance. She did make many vocal mistakes in Fiesta though, which brought down the performance overall. I'll put her in C. Wenyale. This is another person who completely changed my opinion about them through their performance in Mic Drop. I did remember her vocals in the demo stage, which were good, but I remember not being impressed by the dance and lack of energy. But she brought in all that lost energy with her sick rap. For me, she stole that whole performance. Her rap was not like the original, but it still sounded so good. She made it her own, and every time it was her part I was just in awe. So we know that she has both vocals and rap. This makes her an A tier for sure. Wednesday. I liked her high notes in Helicopter. Despite what the judges said, it wasn't a perfect performance from her obviously. There were parts where the vocals were not up to par, but she improved a lot in the next performance and pulled off a very different concept very well. I'll put her in B+. Wutami. The iconic long hair girl LOL. Her performance in Wannabe was not bad. Definitely better than most of the other members. Her vocals improved a lot in the Connect mission though. I just felt the expressions were a bit blank for most of the performance. I'll put her in B-. Xiaoyan. She is an underrated queen. I know more people are noticing now after the Connect mission stage, but I'd like to remind everyone that not just an amazing rapper, but her primary area is vocals, I think, because she came in with the group whose Connect keyword was about singing, and she did gave said vocals in the demo stage. I already mentioned this somewhere, but to me in this episode I felt that her rap was better than their main rapper. She needs to be an A+ at the least. Suroway. She got a small part in both her performances, so I don't have enough basis to judge her, but she did good in both. I feel comfortable putting her in B+. Suzy Yin. So she's a talented contestant obviously who already has experience as a solo artist, but given her background, I feel like she could show us more, which she hasn't already. I liked her demo stage, even though it wasn't perfect, and she killed the Connect mission. I just felt like her expressions didn't suit the cute concept. Apart from all this, I liked her leadership where she made a comfortable and open environment where all the members were able to voice their opinions, unlike their rival team who had trouble in the beginning. I'll put her an A-. Yamauchi Moana. I loved her demo stage, even though again it wasn't perfect. She did manage to impress me and she caught my eye in Yes or Yes to a bit. Her rank is much higher, so I believe she has a lot to show us. I'll put her in B+. Yang Zeij. Her demo stage was okay. She did the second best I think, but she was much more eye-catching in Pretty You, and her vocals were amazing and effortless. This performance brought her up more. She goes in B+ as well. Yoonjia. We know she absolutely killed it with her rap and How You Like That, but she slayed in her demo stage too. She got a little overshadowed by her teammate there, but she was still so perfect in it. This performance showed that she can do vocals too. Look at the way she says Bruce Lee. That requires vocal skills, and her dance and stage presence don't need any explanations either. I'm going for S tier here. Yudayon. I loved her vocals in both the stages. Absolutely amazing. To address her thing with the teammates, it was a bit weird, and I know that it left a bad impression about her and her teammates. I feel like it was understandable getting upset about not getting to try to get a better part. It wasn't the team leader's fault there either, but the system they had in place where one person can try out for only one part was already weird to me. Why would they do that? Usually I've seen that members try out for every part they want. At least that's what I saw in Island, and it seemed more fair to be honest. But anyways, I do feel that talking about it in front of the judges came off as her tattling about her teammates. In her defense, she did tell them also beforehand that she's not happy with it. I don't know, there was no right or wrong there. Let the poor girl live. I like her. I'll give her an A-. Zhang Lufei, her vocals are good. She did well vocal wise in both the performances, but I felt a very big lack of expressions from her in the demo stage. I'll place her in B-. Last one's Zhao Xinyu. Her vocals weren't the strongest in demo stage, but I liked her energy and dance and How You Like That. However, she did make a very big mistake in the choreo, which at that point really makes an impact. I'll place her in B- because apart from that the rest of the performance was good. Here is my final tier list. And here it is without my separate bias tier for better understanding. Thank you for watching. Please leave your opinions in the comments. If you want to make a tier list for all the girls too, you can find a link in the description box to take you to my tier list template. Goodbye.